A smartphone is definitely one of the most important and convenient devices in our lives, but each one is different from the other, especially in pricing. Phones that cost less than $200 are one of the most popular categories of smartphones that you can find on the market, but the extensive options available makes it difficult to choose one from the crowd. It's worthy to note that while these phones are not going to compete with high-end leading phones from Apple or Samsung, they have all the features you need without the extra costs that might weigh down your finances. Whether you're thinking of getting a new phone or you want to upgrade the old one, today's video is going to be about the best phones costing about $200 or less in the United States and any other place in the world in 2022. This is Bright Hustle YouTube channel. If you're just watching us for the first time, endeavor to subscribe to the channel so you get updates when our next video drops. Now, let's get to it. The Moto G Power is one of the smartphones you can get for under $200 in the USA or anywhere in the world. It is shipped with Android 11 already installed and a future update to Android 12 with 2 years of security patches expected. The phone also has a 6.5-inch HD Plus display and a camera cutout in the center. Despite the fact that it's smaller than its predecessor, this new model has a faster refresh rate. Plus, the fingerprint scanner has been moved to the rear from the former position, which was the side power button. A quick rundown of its specifications include display size, 6.5 inches, display type, IPS TFT LCD, camera, 50 megapixels plus 2 megapixels plus 2 megapixels selfies for 8 megapixels, battery, 5,000 milliamperes per hour, plus 10 watts of fast charging, RAM and storage, 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 or 128 gigabyte. Operating system, Android 11. Chipset, MediaTek Helio G37. The Samsung Galaxy A13. The Samsung Galaxy A13 is another one of the best phones you can get for under $200. The operating system is Android 12 with 4 UI, which support up to 4 years of updates. It is of course powered by a LiPo non-removable 5,000 mAh battery and fast charging 15 watts. It's also available in an array of colors including peach, white, black, and blue. A quick rundown of its specifications include operating system, Android 12, One UI 4.0. Chipset, Exynos 850. Display size 6.6 inches. Display type PLS TFT LCD. RAM and storage 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64, 128, 256 gigabytes storage. Camera 50 megapixels plus 2 megapixels plus 2 megapixels plus 2 megapixels selfie. And battery 5,000 milliamperes per hour. iPhone 8. If you are an Apple fan and interested in Apple smartphones under $200, then the iPhone 8 is just for you. It features a 4.7-inch display and comes with True Tone compatibility. It's supposed to change color temperature and intensity to the room's ambient light for a more paper-like viewing experience. If you have $200, this is worth the buy. It also has an array of colors available for your choice. Its specifications include size, 4.7 inches. Display type, Retina IPS LCD. RAM and storage, 2 gigabytes RAM, 64, 128, 256 gigabytes. Operating system, iOS 11, upgradable to iOS 15.5. Chipset, Apple A11 Bionic. Camera, 12 megapixels with selfies, 8 megapixels. Battery, 1821 milliamperes per hour. Nokia G20. This phone is the 4th phone on today's list of best phones under $200. It is powered with a non-removable LiPo 5050 mAh plus charging of 10 watts. Nokia G12 is powered by an octa-core MediaTek Helio G35 processor and a PowerVR GW8320 GPU. Its quick specifications are as follows. Display size 6.52 inches. Display type, IPS TFT LCD. RAM and storage, 4 GB RAM, 64, 128 GB. Operating system, Android 11. Chipset, MediaTek Helio G35. Camera, 45 megapixel plus 5 megapixel plus 2 megapixel plus 2 megapixel selfie. Battery, 5050 milliampere per hour plus 10 watts fast charging. Motorola G Stylus. This phone is another amazing phone that you can get for $200 or less, depending on where you're located in the world. It's suitable for daily work, and loading and switching apps is fast. There are little hiccups when navigating through media-rich applications like TikTok and Facebook, but it's barely noticeable. It's worth expecting from a $200 phone. It's on Android 10 version currently, but Android 11 is being anticipated. Its quick specifications include display size 6.8 inches, display type IPS LCD, RAM and storage 4 GB RAM, 128 GB, operating system Android 10, chipset Snapdragon 678, camera 48 megapixels plus 8 megapixels plus 2 megapixels plus 2 megapixels selfie for 16 megapixels, battery 4000 milliamperes per hour. Please take a few moments to subscribe to the page if you've watched this far. We have a lot of interesting videos waiting for you to get notified when they drop. You won't be able to be notified if you don't subscribe. Blue V91. With a display resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels on a 6.5-inch display, the Blue V91 is another one of the best phones under $200 you can buy. The phone comes with Android 10 operating systems, 4 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of internal storage. It also comes with 5000 milliamperes per hour non-removable battery. Its quick specifications include a display size of 6.5 inches. Display type IPS TFT LCD. RAM and storage 4 GB of RAM, 128 GB. Operating system Android 10. Chipset MediaTek Helio A25. Camera 16 megapixels plus 5 megapixels plus 2 megapixels plus 2 megapixel selfies for 8 megapixels. Battery 5000 milliamperes per hour. OnePlus Nord N200 5G. The OnePlus Nord N200 5G is the only phone on the list of the best smartphones under $200 that has a 5G connectivity feature. The cameras are similar to that of Nord N100, although the front camera has a much better resolution with a 13 megapixel sensor as against the 8 megapixel sensor on the rear. Its quick specifications include display size 6.45 inches. Display type IPS TFT LCD. RAM and storage 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB. Operating system Android 11. Chipset Snapdragon 480 5G. Camera 13 megapixel plus 2 megapixel plus 2 megapixel selfie, 16 megapixel. Battery 5000 milliampere per hour plus 18 watt fast charging. TCL 20 SE. The TCL 20 SE is another amazing smartphone under $200. It has a display of 6.82-inch IPS LCD capacitive screen with 450 nits. The screen also has a pixel density of 263 ppi with a resolution of 720 by 1640 pixels. The device is on the Android 11 plus TCL UI operating system and powered by a non-removable LiPo 5000 mAh battery with 18 watts fast charging. Its quick specifications include a display size of 6.82 inches, display type IPS LCD, RAM and storage 4 GB RAM, 64, 128 GB. Operating system Android 11 plus TCL UI. Chipset Snapdragon 460. Camera 48 megapixel plus 5 megapixel plus 2 megapixel plus 2 megapixel selfie, 13 megapixel. Battery 5000 milliamperes per hour plus 18 watts. The Samsung Galaxy A03s. This smartphone has a lot of great features, and it is a good fit for someone looking for a phone under $200 that can handle most essential tasks. The phone has a 6.5-inch screen, capped at 720p resolution, and despite a little performance lag, the phone is actually good at multitasking. The Samsung Galaxy A03's tiny 32GB of storage space could fill up fast, so it will be worthwhile to consider expanding the storage with a micro SD card. Its quick specifications include display size 6.5 inches, 102 centimeters squared, display type PLS LCD, RAM and storage 32 GB, 2 GB RAM, 32 GB, 3 GB RAM, 32 GB, 4 GB RAM, 64 GB, 4 GB RAM. Chipset: MediaTek MT6 Helio P35. Operating system: Android 11, upgradable to Android 12, One UI 4.1 core. Camera: single 5 MP. Battery: LiPo 5000 mAh, non-removable and fast charging 15 watts. The phones in this video listed will most likely run slower than a more expensive phone, lack NFC for contactless payments, might probably only receive one software update, and most of them will not support speedier 5G connections. But when it comes to actually using the phones, you will still be able to install a lot of apps from the Google Play Store, and these phones will receive a few years of security updates that keeps away most malicious threats. We hope you found this video interesting and informative. If there are phones you feel were missed out, please drop them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you soon on Bright Hustle.